Okie dokie, we are live. Yeah, so this is kind of the unusual here. So I don't usually stream at this time of night, but just right now, so I am officially on Thanksgiving break. So I have a whole week off and we're just gonna chill, and then we are going to watch some football. I'm gonna let everybody have the time to come in and get comfy as we watch some good old football after darkness between the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii as they face off against UNLV. So why this late, you may ask? Well, we're gonna want to kick off the Thanksgiving break strong. This is not something. This is something I don't usually do because the latest I have ever streamed was usually like 9. We're usually 9 o'clock games, right? Usually I would stream about the 9 o'clock games, but I never streamed a 10:30 game before. So this is definitely the first. So I'm gonna do my best to try not be as loud when it comes to stream. Of course, like I'll do of course I'll be crazy enough to be an absolute lunatic, of course. But yeah, so Hawaii and UNLV. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So this is the first Mountain West Conference game, I believe, that we have ever covered on this channel. This is the first Mountain West. We also had North Carolina go against Florida State. North Carolina State is winning 14-3 at the third quarter. I know Juggernaut9 has been streaming that. So we're going to take a look at what we got. What we got standing wise in the Mountain West. Let's see, Mountain West. All right. Let's see here. And then screen share. We'll look at the standings, right? So let me go ahead and remove that. So San Diego State leads the charge for 5-1 of the season. Look at all of these 4-2s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 4-2s. So if San Diego State keeps winning, they're going to be in there no matter what. But the real kicker here is who's going to take the second spot. Who's going to face the second spot? I say from Fresno State all the way to Utah State. Because probably not Utah State because somebody from UNLV, somebody from Hawaii, somebody has to win the game, right? Somebody has to win. So that is going to be what it takes. Because again, the cats are playing on their new playground. Their little new like catios and all that jazz, like just giving them new places to play with. But yeah, so there's been a lot of things. So there's been a lot of motion going around involving Lane Kiffin. There is rumors that he's going to make an announcement of where he's going to go. Is he going to stay at Ole Miss, or is he going to coach elsewhere, like mainly LSU and Florida? Because Brian Kelly got fired and Billy Napier got fired. So that is what is going on. And also, as of today, Virginia Tech did hire James Franklin to be their head coach. So it is official. James Franklin is the next head coach of Virginia Tech. So, anyways, UNLV. Let's take a look. Let's talk about UNLV first, because let's go ahead and talk about UNLV, right? So, the thing with UNLV, once it starts to, there we go. So they kind of start off a little sluggish because they almost lost to an FCS team that was Idaho State. Then they beat Sam Houston and UCLA. I mean, UCLA is a bigger win, even though UCLA was not good at the time being. And then they were 6-0. They were 6-0 to start the season. I did not mean to click on UNLV versus UCLA. I'm looking at the other score. But then their first loss came to Boise State. And then, as you saw before, Boise State is ahead of UNLV. So that matters a lot. Those tiebreakers do mean a lot when it comes to conference standings. So that happened. Then they took another loss in a row to New Mexico, and New Mexico is up there as well. So in order for UNLV to go ahead, they have to rely on Boise State and New Mexico to lose their games. They have to lose their games. They beat Colorado State, and then they escaped the jaws of victory going up against Utah State in 2 overtimes, I believe. And now tonight they're facing against Hawaii. Hawaii has been been a strong comers, and then UNLV will face out their rival against Nevada. See, look, so San Diego State, UNLV, Fresno State, Mountain West Championship on December 5th on Fox. So mark that as a key matchup just in case if there's any group of 5 potential. What about Hawaii? Who were the teams in Hawaii lose to? Because again, we have got to know who these teams are losing to because a tiebreaker, right? It's the tiebreakers. So, excuse me. While this is very, 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 very important. All right, so they took a loss to Arizona, and they beat Stanford. They lost to Fresno State. So that loss to Fresno State, that's big. That's big. That is huge. And their other loss, San Jose State. Then they face UNLV, and then they face Wyoming. So this matchup here, crucial one. And then, based off all the other factors that are going to happen in the Mountain West, whatever, Fresno State, Boise State, New Mexico, and then these 2 teams right here, factors are going to play in San Diego State because San Diego State are leading. They are the ones in charge of leading the Promised Land. They are in charge of leading the Promised Land. So that is it. But anyways, I'm just excited. Yeah, finally do something to finally do I don't know what is the internet just not going? What's this? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so it looks fine. It's just right now the quality is just not as good, but that's okay. It's not as good as of right now. But anyways, going back, who do we have? I know Oregon. Oregon has a big matchup coming up going against USC. That game is pretty much you win, you stay in. If you lose, and kiss your playoff chances goodbye. That is mainly what the game is. You win, you win, you stay in. If you lose, kiss your chances goodbye. Kiss your chances goodbye. Yeah, so USC, Oregon. Oregon is favored by 10.5, and it's a 3:30 game. So last time Oregon played a home game at 3:30, they took a loss to Indiana, and Indiana's on the bye week. So who else we got? We got number 22 Missouri going against number 8 Oklahoma. Freaking Georgia facing Charlotte and Alabama facing Eastern Illinois. Dude, how much of a paper style schedule? Do a 10-hour, 20-minute, and 57-second stream of Wisconsin Saint streams. Okay, dude, I'm not that crazy. Dude, I am not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do something real quick. You know what? 10:30 Eastern, right? Going dark. Boom. We are going dark tonight. We're going dark tonight. Here. Let me get the scoreboard ready. There you go. It's after dark. For the first time in this channel, we're going after dark. It is Lightning Lounge after dark. So, for Mountain West, we're going color. We are going color, and it looks like UNLV is going to get the ball. We'll get the ball. Up in their production. Well, up in the production, got to do what I got to do, man. Got to do what I got to do. And the game is officially underway as Hawaii kicks it off to UNLV, and it will be returned for a touchback as UNLV and their offense will start on their own 25-yard line. All righty. Anthony Calandria will be the starting quarterback here. Excuse me. All righty. So UNLV on pistol formation on 3 wide receivers at the top, going to hand this one off up to the middle. And then that is only going to be good for 3 yards right there. That is Jaden Thomas with the carry for 3 yards. So this is Dan Mullen's first season. Offense can do production, but the big concern I have with UNLV, and especially one of our longtime viewers, a base tugboat, a UNLV fan, that defense does not look strong. Play action, Condria. He's going to go deep left sideline, incomplete. And there is a flag on the play. More than likely, that's going to be holding on to the Rainbow Warriors. Let's see what the flag is. And that's going to be on Hawaii. So there you go. Here, let me change the touchdown markers to. There we go. Where'd you get the score by? Scorecounter.com. Scorecounter.com. Really, it's a very simple way to put up a score bug. First and 10 from the 43. Kadria, he's going to throw this again. Meanwhile, under pressure, caught by the tight end, still refusing to go down. He gets a gain of about 8. Gets a gain of 8. That is Nick Nick Elksness, the redshirt senior transfer, will get the 8-yard run, and Calandria just got freaking blasted on the play. That is blasting on the play. So now they were in Hawaii territory. UNLV with a handoff to Thomas, and Thomas only is going to get about a yard gain on the left hash. So you're looking at 3rd and 1. So 3rd and short. So if you don't make it and you're still short, it does UNLV go for it. It's going to be a really interesting concept here. All right, 3rd and 1. Player motion. There's the Angelo Irvin going up the middle. No problem. That is a first down. That is Kevon Lee, the second stringer. I thought that was on the IR list. One of my taking snaps. There's a running back on UNLV. His name is Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas, number 9 on UNLV. The IR list, that is hilarious. First down to 10 from the 42-yard line. The left side was a 1-1 coverage, and now Jake Brown with the target. Was he tripped up? Don't. It won't matter. Make sure we are aligned with the clock. 12:28. Handing off to Lee. Lee will get nowhere at good run stopping by the Rainbow Warriors. That was Jalen Smith with the stop. And now this will be a 3rd and long situation for the Rebels. So 3rd down to 10 from, if you don't make it, and you're just right outside of field goal range, like you could just do the punch. That's something you would do. Calandria escapes the pocket, throws on the run, finds his man, gets to the 30, goes down to the 29-yard line. That is Day Reynolds, the redshirt senior, with the catch and run, will get enough yardage for the first downs for the Rebels. The Rebels are kind of taking their sweet time here. No rush whatsoever. Calandria using his legs to get to his receiver. And good adjustment by Reynolds, using his hands to get that ball, using the hands and not relying on his body. Empty backfield come into play. And they're going to try to do a little end around, but that is going to be a loss of 2. And that is a stuffed run by the Rainbow Warriors, a second stuffed run of the night. And that was Giovanni Iovino with the stoppage. Hawaii's got to get rid of that run game. The run game has to be stopped. Calandria rolls to his right, gets tripped up, throws it incomplete. Now you are looking at 3rd and 11. So that is quite of a long distance to get the first down now after the pressure coming in. because he has a hurdle over the player, and there was a good pressure coming after him. That was Peter Manuma going in with the pressure. He does hit him he still hits him, so still hits him even after the ball was thrown. Empty backfield look. Now there is Jaden Thomas in the backfield. Colandrea using his legs, tries to go to the left sideline, passes the line of scrimmage, and he only gets a gain of 4. And that's going to be 4th down. It looks like the field goal unit is going to come onto the field. So the pressure. Nobody was open. He had no choice but to use his legs. And that was a great job by Jamie Otis with the stop. So good job forcing the Rebels for a field goal. And the Rebels have that high-octane offense. So Raymond Villela will attempt a 44-yard field goal off the left hash. Kick is up, and that kick is indeed good. So UNLV leads 3-0 with 9:28 remaining. So now we get to see how UNLV responds. Sorry, correction. Let's wait to see how Hawaii responds. Here, let me go ahead. No, that's small. That's much better. I think medium might be better. But so Virginia Tech hires James Franklin, the former head coach of Penn State, as head coach. Lane Kiffin is going to make an announcement after the Egg Bowl next week to make his announcements of where he's going to go. Is he going to stay at Ole Miss, or is he going to go coach at another school, mainly either LSU or Florida? Tomorrow, one of the biggest game that we got to watch out for in terms of college football playoff implications, USC versus Oregon. That's going to be a big one. I think that game is going to be very high on the offense. That game's going to be very high on offense. If I'm here to tell you, that is going to be the case. So I also heard Sam Laporta is going to be out for the rest of the season. He is getting back surgery, so he is unlikely to return for the season. So to all fantasy owners like myself that has Sam Laporta, I am sorry for you. How are you doing, RFK? Jesus is indeed king. It's Thanksgiving break, man. I'm just happy. No, literally when I came home after teaching, I'm just taking a break. Why do you have purple? Because it's football after dark. We're in the Mountain West Conference, man. Why not go dark? The light is off. I have the purple light because that is the color of the Mountain West Conference. So why not go purple? Why not go purple? We're going dark. This is the first stream that I'm doing a 10:30 game. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's some schools that have a full week, and there's just some schools that only have 3 days, but they still go to school on Monday and Tuesday. It's weird how counties work. Some school counties work, or just the states. Yeah, I get a full week. Faircats called by Hawaii with a touchback. So now you have Micah Alejado. I saw that game he performed against Stanford, and that dude is tough as that quarterback. He is tough as nails. So 15 touchdowns for 3 interceptions with a 4-1 record as a starter. So again, big implications for the Mountain West Conference. Alejandro's going to get this handoff, but that's going to get about a yard at best. That's only going to be a yard at best. And that was run by Cam Barfield. What are we drinking? I am drinking a zero sugar Fanta because I feel like I should cut. I'm just trying to cut sugars off the drinks. Alejandro throws a check down to Barfield, only gets a gain of 4. Now you're looking at 3rd down and 5. It was so bad because teachers would have had just end units, and it was 2 free days to busy work. See, that's the thing. It's like for 2 days of Thanksgiving, it's like, because like if you have literally 1 day, if you have 1 day of teaching, like that's it. That's your week. That's your week. Drink Mountain Dew. It's very healthy. It has orange juice. See, healthy. Mountain Dew has a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. Like I love Mountain Dew Code Red, but I only drink that because I'm like, screw it, man. But it's delicious. Dropping back, Micah. Oh, throws it over the middle. Down the left sideline. Misses a tackle, and Hawaii will score with a touchdown to Jackson Harris. A 70-plus yarder off the wheel. Wow. With 8:16 remain. Oh, my goodness. Just a fade. Like, number 3 should have stuck with him. Number 3 should have stuck with him. And there's number 7 to free safety should be there helping him out. Jaheim Joseph could have stuck with Jackson. He needs to stick with Jackson. Wasn't the case. And we have a flag down. Uh-oh. It's Laundry Field. Penalty decline. We will not count that towards that penalty. Code Red is everyone's dirty pressure. Well, everybody has different opinions. But it's going to be a high-scoring game. 8:16 remaining. Alejandro with the dot. But no, that Jaheim Joseph should have covered. Jaheim Joseph should have covered Jackson Harris. He should have covered him. But the fact he just stayed back, and then it was all up to the safety of Jake Pope. Like, he was running his way over, but it was just too late. Bruh. Really? 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 Oh, baby. There's just certain things. You're a teacher. Shouldn't you know second grade, man? Dude, I know what you're doing. You want me to do that? You know what I'm talking about. You're such a friggin' troll, man. Dude, what happened with Louisville against Cal? That was a surprising loss. I thought you guys would take that. I thought you guys would take that. So, that's another thing too. So, if Georgia Tech beats Pitt, Georgia Tech is in the ACC championship game. So keep an eye on Georgia Tech and Pitt. That has some implications. Oh, Tugboat. That 71-yarder, dude. Oh my goodness. That is weird. So but yeah, so there's Kareem Jackson. See, look at all that field. It should have been on number 3 on UNLV covering Jackson. But the fact you're still standing there and leaving all that space, how are you just up to the safety? More than likely, that was RFK. He's trying to get me to say the two you-know-what numbers. He's trying to get me to say that. Hawaii is now kicking it off. Touchback for the Rebels. They will have it on their own 25-yard line. Yeah, I mean, he was on to spamming. He's using alternate accounts and was spamming, so I'm just... Oh my gosh. Who will be the first number 2 team of the NFL season? What do you mean the first? The first 2 number team. Like, what do you mean the first 2 number team in the NFL? What do you mean? And I gotta get the clock rolling, man. I am slacking today. We are rainbows. We are rainbows. We are warriors. Colandrea, and he's gonna get get sacked. He got all gobbled up. That was Jamar Sakona and Dejon Benton surrounding Colandrea. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Jenny Matt, oh my goodness. If those teams had that record, it's going to be flying. Colandrea going deep. Left side. Does he have a man? He does. Oh, incomplete, but there's some laundry on the field. There's some laundry on the field. He did have it in his hand. That was Jaden Bradley. We have to see what the flag is. Holding on Hawaii. Oh, the penalty. I say, wait, it's a holding on the defense. Why are you declining that? Wait. I was about to say, like, you had a holding call on the defense. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 6:59 remaining. Try my best to catch it. Colandrea fakes the reverse, throws a missile, and that's a wide open receiver, and he gets down to the 36-yard line. And that was Troy O'Meara. I did not say it. I only did this. I only did that. You're up 5, 6, 7. Happy. 6, 7. Happy. The reason why this game is tonight is because the F1 race tomorrow. Ooh, Formula 1. Little Formula 1. Going to hand this off to Thomas, to Jaden Thomas, trying to muscle his way, but he only gets to the 30, and that's pretty much it. Let the clock continue, and then go. All right. Mission done. Jaden Thomas, 33 force makes tackles, second most in the Mountain West. The one with the most forced missed tackles is Lucky Sutton out of San Diego State. So tugboat. So in order for UNLV to get in, you not only have to win tonight, but you have to rely on Boise State. That's a first down, and that's going to be another laundry on the field. You have to not only win against Hawaii, but you also have to let Boise State and New Mexico lose, because those tiebreakers are going to be very, very interesting. Let's see what the penalties are. Face mask on the defense. Thoughts on JMU being behind Tulane? That is odd. Why is Tulane there? Didn't Tulane get crushed by UTSA? Tulane got crushed by UTSA. And James Madison's only loss was in a hard-fought contest against Louisville. That was it. Like, I'm sorry. I prefer James Madison over Tulane. I'm sorry. They hate the Sun Belt. Another flag. And that's going to be the first penalty for UNLV with a little cha-cha. And that was on Will Thomas. The left tackle will get the penalty. Let's sec. Did a little flinch. He did a little flinch. Can't do that. As long as Dan Millen stays, I think he can. I think the one thing that he has to do, excuse me, Colandrea throws a screen. We'll step out of bounds at the 13. The one thing I am worried about UNLV with Dan Mullen is the defense. That is the one thing I am worried about. If he can build a defense, because their offense can work. His offense is operating well. It's the defense, in my opinion. Because what? Because Boise State has a high offense. New Mexico, high offense. You gotta build that defense around him. He needs to build that defense to go up against other schools that are going to stay. Yes, UNLV is still staying in the Mountain West Conference. But like, think about other teams. Hawaii is still going to be there. There's Wyoming. You still have Nevada. Air Force is still there. And now you're going to have newcomers, right? So you got to make sure you show the newcomers who's boss. Whose boss are you going to show them? It's like Northern Illinois, Grand Canyon, University of California, Davis. Colandrea bootlegs to the right, and he's going to throw it to the end zone, and that is caught. That is touchdown, UNLV to Jaden Bradley. Jaden Bradley with the touchdown with 3:47 remaining in the first quarter. Louisville B-ball beat a rival tonight. Was it Cincy? Was it Cincinnati? I was initially about to say Kentucky, but I'm like, wait a minute, they already played each other, so it can't be them. We want Hawaii to be good. Me and my fellow sickos want to watch good games at 3 a.m. Eastern time. And yes, it's Cincy. That's what I figured. I figured it would be Cincy. Yeah, that's what I figure. It's like, I feel like you guys already beat Kentucky. But hey, Thanksgiving week, it's that game. So I hope you RFK put on your hate face on those Wildcats. Put on your hate face. Put on that hate face. Thoughts on your Colts going up against the Chiefs? To be honest, I want the Colts to win. I want to see the Colts win. My hate face is always on. I'd rather have UK lose and Louisville wins. Hey, if that's what all it takes for the season, go for it. Go friggin' for it. Because it's crazy to think the Chiefs are the 9th seed. They are currently the 9th seed. And if they lose, like, it's panic. And they have they will have no absolute shot of winning the AFC West. Because 2015 was the last time that that a team that is not the Chiefs winning the AFC West division. Kansas City defense needs to do good if they want to win, and Sauce needs to get shut down. If KC loses, they panic this week. In the first time, they actually have a little panic. Well, yeah, because I mean, think about for the Chiefs. Think about this with the Chiefs, right? Last year, like they had so many close games. Like last year, they were 11-0 in close games, right? You're welcome. You're welcome for Sauce Gardner. But then now this year, they're 0-5 in one possession games. They're 0-5. Isn't that crazy? Because they started the season 0-2. Because they lost to the Chargers. They lost to Philly. They lost to Jacksonville. They lost to Buffalo, and they lost a critical AFC West game to the Broncos. It's like the only time they were able to get division wins. It's like the only time you get division wins is if you're just gonna keep on pissing on the Raiders, and the Raiders are not that good. They're hot garbage. And then here goes the fair catch. So that will be at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs did. I know the Chiefs. I think the last matchup, the Chiefs lose to Indy. Last time I checked, that was back in 22. That was a 2020 season. So Hawaii is eligible for the first time since 2019. Nebraska also has that many points. Nice. Really nice. And here comes the Barf, and here comes the running back. I think this is Barfield. Almost a first down. Almost a first down. And there we go. I also like it. I also like it when basketball gets like a 69-69 score. I like that. That's always a nice moment. That's always a nice moment. Alrighty, second down and 3. We have about 3 minutes left remaining of the first quarter. Second and 3. Alejado will bootleg to his left. Will throw this out of bounds because he has not found anything there. He doesn't want to take a risk. So now you're looking at 3rd and 3 for Hawaii at the 32-yard line. What if a baseball game gets to that score? Just nuke the entire defensive. Just nuke the entire defense. Indy's favored by 8.5 on the Chiefs. What? 8.5 over Kansas City. I've never seen that. I never seen the Chiefs being favored against that high before. And there's a catch by Jackson Harris. That is a first down to the 38. Hawaii will continue with their drive. Yeah, so if a baseball score has ever got to that point, just nuke the entire damn defense. Just nuke it. Nuke it to oblivion. Colts Dynasty. Oh, goodness. Do you know how long that will be? And that is another catch by Jackson Harris, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the flag is about. Holding on Hawaii. That's a costly one. That's a costly one. Oh, yeah, he was holding his waist. He was kind of holding his waist. Can't do that. What if it was all interception walks? Dude, you're looking at the most boring game of You're going to be looking at the most boring game of baseball of your life. 1st and 20. Going to hand this off. And that's a nice, decent run up the middle. Doesn't really get you exactly to the line of gain itself. But that is a gain. And that was ran by Landon Sims, the senior. Dude, can you imagine if it's like 2016, Brian Fitzpatrick throwing 6 interceptions against the Chiefs? Can you imagine that on both sides? Oh, my goodness. Everybody would be so mad. Everybody would be so mad at that. Alrighty, 2nd down to 12. Alejandro throws a quick one to the outside on the out route and breaks a tackle, but will get out of bounds near the stakes. So it will be 3rd down and 3 for Hawaii. And that was caught by Chief Borders. Not Chief Borders. Who the hell am I thinking? Caught by Brandon White. What the heck am I thinking? But looking at 3rd down and 5. I just want to win. I could care less of what happens other than injuries. Yeah, injuries stinks. Injuries just stink big time. Alrighty, 3rd and 5. Oh, got some movement. That looks like some movement onto Hawaii. Man, Hawaii has 5 penalties in the first quarter alone. Not good. A little bit jumpy. So now instead of so this is critical because now you go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10. Oh, I wanted to sneeze so bad. Alejandro. He's going to throw it right hash just over the top. Incomplete. Now, 4th down and 10. We're using milliseconds in the football. Oh my goodness, milliseconds in a football game. Oh, that should have been caught, man. That should have been caught. That Pafile Ashlock, he should have caught that. That should have been a catch. Yeah, Thursday night. Yeah, Josh Allen had an injury, but he came back onto the field. And there comes a fair catch at the 17 with 25 seconds remaining. Might as well just run the game. I don't know why you need a commercial break when you have 25 seconds remaining. The ref did get injured. That's right. That's right. He did get injured, but thankfully he avoided a major injury to his Achilles. So that's a saving. That's a prayer right there. A prayer that worked, man. Just glad he's okay. Get into the zone, auto zone. Let's see. I'm looking who else is playing on ESPN right now. Oh goodness, Ohio State's Rutgers. Dude, what's with SEC schools going up against like paper soft teams? Texas A&M against Sanford, Georgia against Charlotte, Alabama, Eastern Illinois. Like, why are they doing this on the second to last week of the regular season? What the hell is this crap? What is that garbage? Auto parts. Ow! I love that commercial. Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech is a good one too. Yes, it's apparently cupcake week for SEC teams for some darn reason. Ooh, BYU and Cincinnati should be good. It's a big moment for BYU if they need to stay in. See extra bye week before rivalry week. Yeah. Did they update? Let's see. Georgia. Ooh, clean old fashioned hate is at 3:30 on a Friday. And the Lone Star Showdown. Don't know when Oregon and Washington will play. Don't know yet. Alabama and Auburn are at 7:30. Vanderbilt, Tennessee should be a good one. That could have some CFB implications if the cards are played right. Napa know how. The JT Wentworth and Empire today. Oh my goodness! Like, there's just some commercials that are just so darn good. It's just so good. Napa know how. I like the red for UNLV. The helmets look really darn shiny. Colin Drea hands it off to Thomas, and Thomas breaks off a tackle, and we'll get to the 25, and that should be the final play before we have reached to the second quarter. And then 3 and 2 and 1. We have reached to the end of the first quarter with UNLV in the lead 10-7 over Hawaii. And then we'll change this. Boop and boop. All right. There we go. And change position, of course. But okay. So if those Hawaii's at the Great Jingle, what is the worst commercial you have seen? Oh my goodness, you know what commercial I do miss? The Little Sweet of Diet Dr. Pepper. It's just the way he's like I love the little sweet Dr. Pepper commercials. Just the way he sings. Just the way he sings and talks to people. It was just I love that. I just love those commercials. I missed it though. There was also the Geico. It was like it's like a man in a suit that says like, does the little piggy go wee 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 all the way home? And then there's there was another one that was like, do woodchucks chuck wood? And it's just a bunch of woodchucks chucking wood into the lake. And then the guy was like, you gosh dang woodchucks, stop checking by wood. The ones that are just so annoyingly catchy. The Dr. Pepper cream, the Dr. Pepper cream soda. The Whopper commercial. It's like I only do the Whopper commercial because memes. Like it's like when there's somebody gets injured, they play that stupid commercial. And it's like, dude, there's literally a guy injured, and you're playing the Whopper commercial. Come on now. Especially for SEC games because SEC games at nighttime on prime time is sponsored by Burger King. Come on now. Dude, Purdue is beating Texas Tech 61-30. 36 or 35. That the Geico pig was great. Emu, and Doug. My mother likes that the commercial when it's like the emu just decided to be a streaker onto the field and they just like blur like the bottom half. It gives my mom a chuckle. It gives my mom a chuckle every time they show that commercial. Um oh man. I have an idea. Waffle House needs to advertise the waffle clubs at 2 a.m. Second and 2. Colandria throws on the run. Catches mate, does get the first down. And that will move the sticks for UNLV. That was Tyshawn Lyons with the catch run. Oh my goodness! I don't know if you remember, but I was streaming two games at once. It was Florida State versus Duke and Oregon versus Purdue. During the Florida State and Duke game, good tackle for loss on the catch and run by Hawaii. That was a good tackle by Jaheim Wilson-Jones. But there was a guy with a gaming headset. He had a gaming headset, and he was using a Waffle House menu as like a play calling sheet. It was just awesome. It was amazing. Second down and 10. Colandria, he's going to go deep. He does. Wide the heck open. Down to 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown to Tyshawn Lyons. And UNLV, like that, will extend their lead over Hawaii. All-Star Special 42 says Hunt's Red Hot Sauce. Okay. Let's see. Whose assignment was onto Lions? Who was it? Whose assignment was it to cover him? That's just plain busted coverage, man. Plain busted coverage. Dude, Denver's beating Colorado State by 2 points in basketball. In basketball. And Georgia 6-0 in basketball. I mean, I like eating spicy food. Yeah, they're playing basketball. Yeah. No, Denver is beating Colorado State by 2. By looking at the bottom line. Cal is beating 63-38. Good Lord. And then oh my goodness, did you hear that Pitt's women's basketball lost to a Division III school? They lost to a Division III school. How are you? I mean, look, upsets happen, but it's like, how? Well, you're allowing a smaller school coming into your basketball field and just my court now. It's like that. It's like a comic book image of like Batman slapping Robin, and he's like, "No, how does a women's basketball school lose to a Division III?" I have no idea. Yeah, that happened. Beats freaking me, dude. Beats freaking me, man. Beats freaking me. Like, I don't know how Pitt did it. How did Pitt do it? Like, I'm going back. Like, I'm trying to go back to see where that was. Let's see. Yeah, it was Scranton. Scranton defeated Pittsburgh 69-63. Mississippi Valley State struggled with Mississippi College for a little bit, but ended up pulling away in the end. Oh, yeah, it was men's basketball. Oh, brother. I don't know how you let Scranton beat you guys. It's like you got beaten by some couple dudes from The Office. Like right now I'm just thinking like MVSU's only win. What? College for women? I don't know how that's possible, but okay. Okay. That's that. Oh, there is one thing I'm so totally there's one thing I'm totally watching. Cross country college cross country are doing national championships tomorrow morning. They have a men's basketball team. Beats me. But yeah, so I'm definitely watching that. Just try to get my knowledge more on the cross country, see how 10Ks and 5Ks do. Come on, I clicked on that. And that is going to be an 8-yard carry for Hawaii, carried by Landon Sims. How do they have a men's basketball team if they're women's? I don't understand that. Again, beats me. Anyways, Micah Alejado hands it off to Sims. Sims will get pushed for a first down. The drive will continue for Hawaii. We have about just under 13 minutes remaining, and then we have. You're not watching Oregon host game day. I mean, I could. I am staying up late, but here's the thing. I love football, but I never played football. And also, and here's another thing. I coach cross country. And that's going to be about a gain of 6 by Landon Sims. So I feel like watching the national championships for cross country feel like it's a lot more important because I want to try to boost my knowledge with cross country coaching. Because it's not just about just run to the finish. No, it's not only a physical battle, but it's also more on your mental battle too. And that is no gain. There is some laundry on the field. We got some laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty is. Maybe holding on to Hawaii. If that's the case, then Hawaii has a penalty problem. And there is an injured player on to UNLV. That's going to be holding on Hawaii. Yep, and they're going to go right to commercial break. They're going right to commercial break. So... this is just nice. This is nice. It's nice. You look so tired right now, man. Dude, you have no idea. I feel tired, but to be honest, it feels good. It feels good. I'm on Thanksgiving break. No, I am no need to get as much rest as I can for school for a while. It feels great. It feels so great. Good to note. Indeed, good to note. Uh, Anthony, your Giants, you're you could be up for elimination, and Joseph for UNLV is jogging to the 10th. Your Giants are going to be the first team to be eliminated from playoff contention. I mean, I know because I know it's obvious, but like already this early with a loss and Dallas win, Seattle and Minnesota, like you guys are going to get canned, more canned. Mike Alotto, he's a freshman. I never knew he was a freshman. Alejado going deep to the middle. Tipped. Was that picked? It was picked. Holy cow. What a pick by Jake Pope. It was tipped and Pope with the diving attempt for the interception. We'll take another look at that. But wow. What a pick. It was tipped, and then it was picked. Really good job by Trey Fulton. Great job with the tip. That's why tip drills are important, kids. Jake Poe, what the diving interception. That looks like an interception to me, man. I have decided on the games I'll be watching for CFB tomorrow in the main slates. Give me your list, and they're gonna review it. I know games we got to keep an eye on. So keep an eye on Missouri versus Oklahoma. Keep an eye on Georgia Tech going up against Pitt because the Georgia Tech win, so clinched the spot for the ACC championship game. Vanderbilt and Kentucky because hate watch. And Oregon and USC. That's definitely going to be an important game to watch as well. It does look like his hands are underneath, so that is going to get picked off. So Hawaii's already so not Hawaii. Indiana's already because the Ravens are favored by 17.5 against the Jets. Enough said. Enough said. But there is kind of one thing I do want to talk about, and that is actually going to relate with the first down UNLV call stands, but it's touching with the Jets and with the Ravens. But I'll discuss about that at halftime. Most interceptions since 2022. UNLV has tied Notre Dame for the most interceptions since 2022. The defense kind of stepping up for UNLV. Got that pick. Can they convert those into points? Hawaii kind of in doo-doo right now. They're kind of in trouble. Colandria gets the dump off and gets a gain about 7 onto the field. That is D'Angelo Irvin with the catch. Jets and Ravens are going to be the worst game. Well, given the circumstances, the Ravens are on the rise. The Jets are being the Jets. But I will say that game is going to be more than just a game for me. I'm just going to say that right here. And that's Jaden Thomas with the first down, and he's going to get to the 39. So drive will continue for UNLV. But yeah, so Jets and Ravens right now, like today, Sunday's game, is going to be more than just a game. On Sunday, I'll explain it at halftime. So I won't have any interruptions because we have a game. Yep. My granddad. It's my granddad. He's a reason. I'll talk to him about that later. Corlandria pump fakes. Oh, does he got the foot? He does get the foot. Jaden Bradley. What that toe drag. The toe drag. Let's see. He actually got that foot down. Let's see. He does the pump fake. Yeah, he got the foot. He got the foot. He has got the foot. Okay, good thing I stopped. Good thing I stopped. We're about 9:52 now. And then here comes Lee. Lee will take a 6-yard gain on the right sideline. It will be second and short-ish, or second down and 5, so about second and mid for the Rebels. Oh, Eagles Cowboys. Oh, that game's going to be oh man, that game is Armageddon. That game is so Armageddon. It's not even funny. Because those two fan bases are so bad. A fakes the end around, and this is a Wildcat snap. And still on his feet, gets to about the 28-yard line. That was JoJo Earl with the end around run, and we have some laundry on the field. Let's check it, look, and see. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be on Hawaii. It's a late hit. That's a late hit. Oh. Jaden Bradley on UNLV got hit with unsportsmanlike conduct after the play was over. So it's still first down, but now you're 1st and 25. But you get first down, but you're going back 15 yards. What did he do? Oh, he was shoving him out of bounds. What the hell are you doing, man? You win stupid games. You play stupid games, dude. You're getting stupid prizes. Colandria, he's it deep. Oh, that's a flag. He tackled him. To Tyshawn Lyons was the intended target. But come on, man. Yeah, we are going to get a good UGA and Georgia Tech game. Good, clean, old-fashioned hate. I love that rivalry name. I think it's one of my favorite rivalry names. Clean, old-fashioned hate. That's what a rivalry is. Just clean, old-fashioned hate. Colandria goes on the run. That is caught by Reynolds. That is going to be a gain of 8. But now you're 3rd and short for UNLV. And even if Jaheim Wilson-Jones was trying to put his hand down, the ball still managed to get into Didi Reynolds' hands. So really impressive. Impressive work. And this one's Lee. Lee gets the first down. Kevon Lee will run up the middle for the first down. It'll be just enough. You're not going to watch Ohio State, Michigan this year? Well, because you got Louisville and Kentucky probably at the same slot, I hope. I would think. We'll be around the same slot. So now, first down to 10 with about halfway to go, halfway through the second quarter. Colandrea going deep left side. He's just going deep. He's attacking deep. To Jaden Bradley. Is that going to get flagged? No, it's not going to get flagged. And we're on, UK Louisville. And we're on ACC Network. Not going to get good announcers. I blame UK for why we are. UK, why do you suck? We don't have any good announcements. We don't have good announcers now. You suck. And there's the handoff. Oh, tough one run. That's a gain of 8 or 9 yards right there to Jalen Glover. He trucked one guy. Boop. Just get him out. Just like, okay, out of my way. Coming through. Third down and 2. Going to hand it off to Glover. He gets the first down again. Gets a 4-yard gain. Drive will extend for the Rebels. That time possession for UNLV, 16:29. Hawaii has less than 7 minutes. And Hawaii has 3 first downs to UNLV's 15. 33 total plays for UNLV to Hawaii's 13. Keep the ball, man. Keep the ball. Receiver motion, Coy Moore. Colandrea slips. Don't know his knee went down, but he's going to throw on the run, and he does connect to Coy Moore. Ball will be out of bounds. It'll be second down. But that was just really good effort. Good job by Anthony Colandrea. Do I like the Huskies? I respect Washington. For college, I don't have the amount of hate. I don't have as much hatred as like the Jets, as like the Dolphins or the Patriots. I don't have that much hate. I do like Washington. They always have good games. And I respect us playing at the end of the year because it used to be Oregon and Oregon State back then, but now it's Oregon and Washington because we're in the Big Ten now. But yeah. They're saying he's down? Yeah, was he down? He's not down. Yeah, he's not staying. Not even playing Oregon State next year. Yeah, but good time. I mean, sometimes those times have to be gone soon, right? They're still reviewing that. Yeah, because we have Boise State, Oklahoma State, Portland State. Then we have Illinois, Michigan State, Michigan, Nebraska. I mean, Oregon has never faced Nebraska, have they? Civil War and Apple Cups, they are great. They are great. UCLA, USC again, Washington again, and there's the Buckeyes. Yay. And it's at Columbus. Yay. Freaking hell. Oh, freaking hell, man. And Hawaii's challenging if Colin Drea was down. Ooh. Doesn't look like he was down. Let's see. I think that stands. He doesn't look like he's down. What are you trying to challenge here? Like, what are you trying to challenge here? Yeah. So what was the point of challenging it? You just lost that timeout. That was a dumb challenge. What the hell were you trying to do? Why were you trying to challenge that? It was a dumb challenge. Why did you do that, Hawaii? Why are you doing that? I don't understand that. So now you're second down. All right, 5:53. Handing off to Lee, and Lee tries to run it, and he does get in. He breaks the pylon. That is touchdown for the Rebels. Kevon Lee dominating in the dominant first half for the Rebels. Very dominant first half. Whoo. Next week we get 2 full days of watching CFB. That's right. Friday. We got Friday and Saturday. Rivalry week. The best and sportsmanlike conduct. Again. Oh boy. But that's the Thanksgiving dinner. No, rivalry week in college football is the best time of college football season. CFB implications, conference championships, other out-of-state rivalries, CFP implications. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time. $24-7. Rivalry week is bittersweet. Yeah, it's sweet because we get to see the most intense rivalries, but bitter because it's the last week of the regular season. And for those teams that have not made it to the bowl season, it's like we hate to say goodbye. You know? We hate to say goodbye, and then we will see you, and then we'll see them next year in August. We know it's almost over. Of course, enjoy while it lasts. So the regular season, we got conference championships, the selection show, bowl games, and of course, the college football playoff. Of course. Nothing lasts forever. Association announced that a ban on professional sports betting by student athletes will remain in place after 2/3 of Division I schools vote to rescind previously approved change during 30-day probationary period proposed initially. It still does feel like regular season, but also at the same time, it's like It's like it does, but not really, because it's a week after rivalry week, and also like the winners of the game, like the winners and losers will get impacted heavily on these games, especially for like SEC, Big Ten, ACC, and the Big 12. My goodness. But again, like we're just going to enjoy it. We are going to enjoy it as we can. And that's what's gonna be. Oh, that's another great name of the rivalry name. The Duel in the Desert. Yeah, Sunbelt and American Conference, what do we have an eye? If JMU wins out. I agree. Sunbelt and American Conference. Another question, why is North Texas not ranked either? Like, it should be either JMU or North Texas. Like, eh? Scored 20 plus points in 33 straight regular season games. Second longest active streak. Memphis has a streak of 47. So they have scored 20 plus points in 47 consecutive games, and UNLV does it in 33. Yeah, I hope Tulane doesn't make it either, man. Don't they play like Memphis soon? Or did they already did? No, they already did. That's a kick out of bounds. That's a kick out of bounds. UNLV, you're committing these penalties. What the heck are you doing? That's a kick out of bounds. See, Navy can make it too. So either I would rather have JMU, Navy, North Texas to be in it than Tulane. Because like Tulane got crushed by UTSA. How is that not taken into consideration? Seriously, how is that not taken into consideration? I feel like it should be taken into consideration. So now Hawaii gets into 50. And then Landon Sims gets a gain of only 3. So now you're at the 47-yard line in UNLV territory. But yeah, Navy can make it if they win out. If they win out. I gotta look at the standings for the American Conference, see who's in the top 2. Who's in the top 2 right now for the American Conference right now? Alejado, he's gonna go nowhere. Nom 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 nom. I think that would be counted as a sack. I think that's gonna count as a sack. He just ran right into the UNLV players. Rip. That is an absolute rip. Should be it's either North Texas and Navy. Because usually the rule is that you get at large bids and then the 5 highest champions. Alejandro going deep, finds a man open. Dude had him. It hit him in his hands. You did not catch that. He did not catch that. Are you out of your mind? Brandon White. He was open. It hit his hands. How did you not catch that? It went through your hands. How did you not catch that? How did you not catch that? That was touchdown. What the world? What? And they're going for it on 4th and 7. Are you freaking kidding me? That's a false start. Because you got 3 people moving before the ball got snapped. What the freak? Navy's in first. North Texas, Tulane, and East Carolina are tied for second. The rest of them are in 5-1 in conference play. Who's their opponents? Who does North Texas play? Who does Navy play? Who does Tulane play? Who does East Carolina play? North Texas has tiebreaker. Tiebreakers, they're important. So now they got to punt this away because they did a false start. So now it's 4th and 12, punting it away. And JMU is live. Well, yeah, they're catching it inside the 5. UNLV, Boise State, New Mexico. What about San Diego State? San Diego State is in charge. Ooh, double rainbow at UNLV. Navy has Memphis and Army. Memphis is a tough one. Memphis is a tough school. That should be a good one. That should be a good one, in my opinion. San Diego State. It's South Dakota State. The first down to the 15 already. What happened to okay, literally, seriously. What the heck just happened to the scoreboard? Where's the scoreboard? There's no scoreboard. There's no score bug. How am I supposed to know what time there is? What? And Jana Thomas. Oh, God. Why? Oh, my gosh. You lost 8 flipping yards. You lost 9 yards. What are you trying to do? North Texas has Rice and Temple. They should win those games. You made people miss, but you're still going backwards. You should have just taken the first tackle. Tulane has Temple and Charlotte. They should beat Charlotte. They should defeat Charlotte. And Lee will only get 2, and there's a flag on the play. What in the world happened to the score bug? There it is. All righty, there we go. The penalties declined, so we'll not count that. And East Carolina has UTSA and FAU. Sneaky. But then they will let East Carolina in over Mountain West champion or JMU. We just got to wait it out. We just got to wait that out. All right, 3rd and 17. They're just going to let this run. Kayvon Lee gets to about the line of gain. That is about a gain of 9. So they got to the original line of game, but still not enough for a first down. So UC is the only 2 losing conference play. I thought they only have 1 loss. Who else? Wait. They lost. That's right. They got beat by North Texas. Who else did they lose to? And that's the punt. Is going to roll it to Hawaii and still on his feet. You might as well just go down. Just go down. Just go down. And there's going to be a flag on the play. Everybody else is practically out. Memphis and Navy. Oh, that's right. They did beat North Texas. You're right. I'm sorry, dummy. That's dumb of me. I should have known that. I streamed that game. I should have known that. So they lost to Memphis and Navy, and they also had 3 losses overall because another personal foul on the UNLV. Good Lord. But yeah, it went from a close game to a demolition derby. But yeah, North Texas also had that loss to who did we call it? To Miami. Which was a game that we were trying to do, but then the game got delayed. Oh, the fact Miami choked so bad against SMU. You know how Miami, you know how you had like a little hate watch for like for your case, you have a hate watch for Kentucky. I have a little hate watch also for Mario Cristobal, right? And then I'm seeing like the people of Miami just like hating on Oregon, and I'm like, dude, if you saw what Mario did with Oregon, dude, he's doing the same thing as what happened with Miami. And then Miami's going with the old, oh, your logo means the same as you have national champions. I'm like, well, at least for Mario Cristobal, he won Oregon. He won Oregon some stuff. He won Rose Bowl, and he won the Pac-12 Conference Championship twice. What has Mario Cristobal has done? Freaking peanuts and Cracker Jacks. And that might be an understatement. And then he pulls crap like not taking a knee because he literally means the same thing. The same thing like he did with Oregon when he keep ranting CJ Verdell and not taking a knee against Stanford. And then he did the same thing with Miami. Pac-12 title, you mean that 2-team conference? Wow. Dude, you know what I mean. Before the whole Pac-12 decided to disperse apart. At least we're getting a revamp of the Pac-12 next year. I'm happy with that. I'm happy we're getting the Pac-12 back. Is it the same? No. But it's just still the originals like Oregon State and in Washington State, at least. So at least there's like a little reunion. Yeah, Oregon demolished Utah, and then Oregon's upsetted USC during COVID year. To be honest, I don't remember a lot during COVID. I don't remember a lot of the football highlights from COVID. It's weird because it's like I should know that stuff. And then here's the Barfield, but then he gets nothing out of that, and clock will continue to roll. Because like the only time I remember, like the only thing I remember from COVID was when Marker Wilson threw his shoe against LSU. Check it down the Barfield. That's going to be a first down and more. Clock will stop temporarily at 1:30. Good check down to 1 for Barfield. Alejado dropping back. And he's going to go ahead and take off running. He's going to slide. And we'll get a gain of 2. So now we're going to reach about the 1 minute mark of this game. I think Hawaii receives it. in the second half, so they're going to need a score here. Alejado, and oh my goodness, another drop pass by Hawaii. There's another drop pass from Hawaii. Let's see. Okay. Just want to make sure I got the adjustment right. What is the meanest things you've ever seen a kid do this year at school? Oh boy. I just had it actually happened kind of today, but I don't want to go too in depth with that, okay? I don't want to go too in depth with that. I'm just gonna keep that to myself. But I will say, like, that's a sack to Alejandro. That's going to be a crucial sack. Yoink. Yeah, first sack for the Rebels. Who was that by? But they're just going to go ahead and take their points. Like, some of these kids could be, like, so mean. Like, they'll just be, like, such smart Alex at times. And then that field goal is going to be good. With about 5 seconds. Oops, too much. But, janitors, day before summer break will probably become your worst. The janitors always hate that day. Yeah, because they had to go ahead and clean up all. They had to go ahead and clean up all that mess for over the year, over the 180, 200 days of the school year, or you're running with a traditional year, or the year-round calendars. Yeah, probably day before summer break is probably going to be the worst because like you're not doing anything to get your stuff prepared for the for statewide testing because since that's already done, it's like what more can you do? Didn't mean to do that. What more can you do at that point? You know. But I keep forgetting to change possessions. I'm so dumb. Oh no, I'm gonna give myself a break for that for right there. Then I'll give myself a break. It's break season now. I'm on the break. I enjoy it. I'll need to enjoy it. That's another kick out of bounds. Boop. Do science classrooms in your school have showers or long hoses? Because it involves younger kids, no, they do not. I feel like you see a lot more with showers and long hoses if you're in high schools. That's what I'm thinking. It should be. I mean, they should have them. They should have some just in case, but I don't know. I'm not the one who made the schools. I'm not a science teacher. Was I gonna go with the kicking again? The kicking again? Just kicked it out of bounds. He just needs a kick. He's kicking it further back. UNLV just wants a return. Wants to see if they can get a good kickoff return from this. Still 5 seconds, so they're gonna. So UNLV has elected to do a re-kick. Let's see where this goes from here. And you're going to return it from inside the 5. And with that, will do it. So we are now in the glorious halftime. So, of course, halftime is 20 minutes. So we're going to put the timer on for the halftime. But I remember my 8th grade year. On the last day, a kid pulled a thing to turn on the shower, and the cams didn't see who did it. So we all left the school without the principal know. Oh my gosh. That's the thing with kids. Kids can just always do some crazy stuff. But well, you have the sweetest of angels when it comes to kids, but then there's also like some kids that's just like, oh my goodness, why are you acting like this? Like what made you act like this? You know? Let's see. Are they? Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so they are in halftime. Okay, we can start that. We can start the timer. But all right. So I mentioned about how the Jets and the Ravens was it was considered it was more than a game. It's more than a game to me because like this is the first game without him around, and that's just reality. And the last game where he was around was back in 2022. It was the Garrett Wilson debut. Of course, we lost badly, but that was the last time he when he was around. That was the last matchup when he was around. Come on. So one year we were watching a movie on like the last day of school, but about half of the school got out of the school wide test. Yes, a test on the last day. We were watching a movie and we clapped and yelled so much they turned the movie off. And they made us sit inside it for 4 whole minutes before we had to go back into class. And that was our whole punishment. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a testing environment. So, of course, it makes sense that you guys need to be quiet, you know? Like if you're testing, the school needs to be quiet, you know? But anyways, right. So it was actually the Jets and Ravens was the first NFL game. We were going back to class anyways in 10 minutes. But yeah, I mean, but still, it's like if the school is still testing, then stay quiet. You know, stay quiet. But I feel you. That's why Game 89 of the Reds fear when I cheer for them. Of course. But yeah, so 2019. So Jets and Ravens it was the first NFL game I ever went to. It was him and it was my uncle. Me, him, and my uncle went to the game. I remember coming out of community college when I was coming out doing my math finals. And then ever since I got done with the math finals, I just went straight to the car, and I just went straight over to went straight to my grandparents' place, and then stayed the night, get everything together. Then we go to the game. I remember we had to pack up so many layers, so many layers of clothing for the trip. I think I had about at least probably maybe about 3 or 4 layers. Like at least a shirt, a jersey. Yeah, shirt, a jersey, a hoodie, and a jacket. Because it was on a Thursday night, and it was freezing. I think it was like around 33 degrees. That was the temperature. Let me look. What was the temperature like? Hold on. Jets versus Ravens. Jets versus Ravens, 2019. Look at the weather. Let's see. It was cold. Yeah, in the mid-30s throughout the game. So it was kind of cold. And we also packed up hand warmers, and then we packed up toe warmers as well. And then of course going into M&T Bank Stadium, I think leaving out was a pain in the butt. Like, yes, the Jets did lose really badly. It was 42-21. That was a final game. That was a final score of that game. But there were some good moments there. Like I had some nice conversation with other Ravens fans. Like I remember one conversation about like someone was asking like who's number 8, and I'm like, dude, that is Mark Andrews from Oklahoma. He's a pretty dang good tight end. And then later Mark Andrews scored a touchdown. He's like, who was that? Like turning back to me, and I just laugh, and I'm like, hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. And it was also, I think that was also the night where Lamar Jackson ran for 1,000 yards. Mark Andrews, who's that? But Lamar Jackson rushed for 1,000 yards in the season. Did that in that game, and I was just there for the. It was a Thursday night game. It was week 15 of 2019. It was a Thursday night game. So the Jets, I know there was it was Jamison Crowder with the touchdown. I think Robbie Anderson had a touchdown. I know we had a block punt return for a touchdown. But that was during garbage time. But the block punt and the other touchdown was during garbage time. So I was just like trying to close in on the win, the over and under. But regardless, that game will always mean something that is going to be cherished on for as long as I live. So, but I'm here. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Here. Oh, darn. Okay. Here, let me that'll most likely how I feel. Yeah, because it's memories. Like it's something that you did with them, and then it's something that will always. It's something that was going to be cherished forever. And right now I'm just trying to find the picture. Because as of whatchamacallit, as of January comes around, it's gonna be 2 years since he passed. And man. But yeah. So give me one little second. So this is me with my uncle in the middle, and that's my grandfather in the very left. Cold night. We were up very high. We were up very high in the stands. Like we were above like around the 50 or the 40-yard line. But he said, like, dude's always like cracking up so many bad jokes. Like we cannot stop ourselves from laughing because it was so bad. But like, if I'm being completely honest, like when I'm watching that game, it's like I don't care what happens in that game. All I care is like I just want to watch the Jets and Ravens. That's it. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. I don't care who wins. I don't care who loses. Why? Oh gosh, why is 68 so lonely? Where is this going? Where is this joke going? Why is 68 lonely? Go Ty. Oh, there is one other thing that he did give me. Hold on. There is one other thing that he did give me. I'm gonna turn on the light for this one. Let's see if it's somewhere. Let's see. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? All right. Yeah, it's a bad joke. Of course. Like, oh, I'm gonna remove my hold on, how can I let's see here. But let's see here. Don't know where it went. No, somewhere. Like I have a feeling like I have it somewhere. I know it's somewhere. I just need to find it. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. On a mission. Where did it go? If I can't find it, then that's going to be okay. I can live. But it is important, and absolutely not. You're not going to my house. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Oh, well, I was looking. I do have a picture. I have a picture with a celebrity. But I know it's in here. I know it's here. I'm secretly that. No, and no, no, and no. It's here some. I know it's here. Just need to dig around more. But let's see. But it's a sports coin. It's a mint coin of the 2021 World Series of the Astros and Braves. That thing looks beautiful, especially after we won that World Series. Yeah, that is more than likely what's probably going to happen. I always have bad luck with that. I always get bad luck with that. But I was serious that I have a picture with a celebrity. Like, I'm not kidding. It'll be right in front of you. You know, I'm double checking to see if it's actually in front of me. Okay, it's not in front of me. It's not in front of me. Who? Was it me? No, it's not you. It's not you. Let's see if I can oh yeah, this thing. And I know what the case is like too, so it's like I'm not crazy on knowing where it is. But was it my friend Elon? Let me just show you. Yondu, Merle Dixon, playing himself in Call of the Dead Zombies. Michael frickin' Rooker. Michael Rooker. If someone asks me, do I have a picture with me with celebrity? That right there. Michael Rooker. Are you somebody's bitch now? Come on, Merle. You know there ain't nobody's bitch. Yeah, it's so cool. Man, it was and it was right before the pandemic too. That was back in February 2020. So my dad got me a 3-day pass, and he got me a photo shoot with him. Are you part of the presidential cabinet like I am? Dude, no. Are you gonna rely on me to run the country? No. To try to lead the country or a state or a county? No. Absolutely not. I am not part of the presidential cabinet. Wow, I'm keeping my country healthy. Looks like we're going to be back in. We're going to be back for halftime. I even have a stadium named after me. Well, touche. Touche. All right, we are back in the second half. Yeah, yeah, it's not. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty much like an indicator who's going to be still be contending. Want some chips? I mean, healthy veggies. Oh yeah, wasn't it like they were banning like artificial flavors on chips? So that's why like Doritos are like coming, like Doritos and Cheetos are coming up with flavors that don't have that artificial colors in it. And that's gonna be a line drive kick out of to the end zone. See, look at that. That's a one miscatch. The deep one should have been a touchdown, so that's two drops. And then there was another one that should have been for three. Like right there, that should have been caught. So that's at least three drop passes for Hawaii. Seven, and look at all those penalties, man. Seven penalties. Seven penalties of the night. They just won't be as bright. Yeah, that's why those. That's what the artificial colors. And then Alahado will slide for an 8-yard gain, but there is a penalty marker on the play. Holding in the offense. That will be a hold on the offense. Oh, my bad. Let me go ahead and switch back over. There we go. That's a lot better. 8 penalties, 78 yards. Versus 4 penalties. How would Bam McDonald's from Bosman like that too? Alahado escaping the pocket. He's going to go ahead and run it again. He gets a gain of 6 on the run. It's 14:26, so about 7-8 second difference between the actual game clock and my clock. Second down at 14 for the Rainbow Warriors. They got to get some offense going. UNLV had a dominant first half, but there were some game-costing penalties. Alahado checks it down to Barfield, but gets instantly stopped for a gain of 3. Yeah, that is and that was BAT number 15 on UNLV making the stop. So now you're looking at 3rd and 11 for Hawaii. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna fall asleep. If the game continues to continue to be a beatdown, then I might just end it early so we could all just catch some sleep. Just thought I'll be doing this for the first time. Let's see here. Alahado rolling to his right, throws it to the right sideline and incomplete. There's another penalty flag that could be on the Rebels. And Denver has defeated Colorado State. Oh my goodness. Let's see. face mask on the defense. That is gonna bite. That bites. There's a lot of 15-yard penalties this game. Oh, that's face mask. That is face mask for sure. Heading out to Barfield. Barfield going right, but does only gets gain of 2. Yeah, good job. Good job to Denver. Good job to Denver tonight. His name is Chief Borders. I like it. One of the defensive ends name for the UNLV is Chief Borders. I like the name. Second down and 8 for Hawaii. They're at the 41-yard line. And is gonna play action. Throws it over the top. Incomplete. It was a bad throw from Alvarado. Trying to intend it to Brandon White, who dropped the potential touchdown catch to shorten UNLV's lead or maybe even take the lead, but no. He did that. That has happened. So third down and 8. Shh. You're funny. Then Landon Sims gets nowhere, and that is going to be a punt for Hawaii. You get on the timing right there. So now Hawaii will punt it away on 4th and 8. A little rugby style kick. Because the fair catch will take it to the 12-yard line. So now UNLV will have a shot. UNLV will get the shot. And NC State has beaten Florida State 21-11. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Brandon, oh my goodness. What happened with Tom Grossi on his Q&A was just freaking hysterical. He got a certain toy. I know I just watched it earlier, but still, I can't get over the fact that he got something he was delivered something that is just so plain stupid. Like a Paw Patrol toy. Oh, it's Let's just say it's one of those things for big boys and big girls. I'm just gonna keep it like that. You go to X and go to Johnny Barks's X account. You just have to see. You just have to wait and see. Oh wow. The Formula One Grand Prix, that looks beautiful. No. No, nothing like that. Just go to Johnny Barks's X account. Let's go to his X account. And that is a run for Jane and Thomas, and that is going to be a 4-yard gain for the Rebels. Because I can't really you have to watch it if you need some explaining. Anyway, 2nd down and 5. Garlandia with the screen. He gets to the 25-yard line, and clock will continue to run. Will Flower, I know, is not happy at the moment. Yeah, I know Will Flower is not happy. And then there's a run to Thomas on the right-hand side with a gain of 3. Now he's 10 minutes. What is like? And first, everything's happened at once there. Okay. They don't really need to pass as much. It's like, okay, so we have a multi-possession lead. We can still score. But we'll just take our time. We'll just take our time scoring. And that's going to be our first down on 3rd and 1 for UNLV. Still pushing. Where's the tackling? But they're going to stop the forward progress for a 5-yard gain. Wait. Florida State muffed 2 punts on the same drive? Are you kidding me? Wait. Florida State muffed 2 punts on the same drive? How did you do that? Florida State is astonishing. Corlandria moving around his feet, dumps it off, does get some yardage, but not enough for the first down. 2nd down now for UNLV. And that was caught by Kevon Lee. Colandria was trying to find someone. He did. Should have been sacked there. That was a missed tackle from. Yeah. Just that Tom was just. And Lee has fumbled the ball, and it looks like Hawaii has recovered it. That's Hawaii's ball. Gets a hopefully a game-changing recovery. Kevon Lee has fumbled and Hawaii has picked it up. But oh my goodness. No. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not, man. But seriously though, did they literally both 2 punts on the same drive? How do you do that? Let's see. So fourth quarter? Let's see. How did you do this? I'm looking up how do you muff 2 punts in the same drive? Let's see this. So there's the punt. Oh my gosh. Hits a Florida State player and bounce all the way back to their own territory, and that's how NC State got that ball back. It just hits him at the top of the head. He had no idea where the ball was coming down from. Oh my goodness, his heart. Oh my goodness. And that was just a good recovery. And that should have been picked. Florida State had an interception, and he does not have the hands. So they punt again. Oh, what the hell, Florida State? So you muffed the punt twice, and you dropped an easy interception. The silence speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. How? Just how? How did you do this, Florida State? This was the team that defeated Alabama like week 1? Oh my gosh. All right, it's Hawaii's ball now. After the fumble, checking it down to about the 48-yard line to Blaze Kamoku. And that's going to be a several-yard pickup for the Rainbow Warriors. It is a must for them to try and get some scoring on the board. There's a formation with two receivers on each side. Alahada throws it while being pressured, and Harris is going to get tackled at the 45. He's about a yard away from a first down. So this will be a critical third down for Hawaii. This could be make a break for the Rainbow Warriors. Brandon Ayuk has not been available to play the season, and now he wants out. Damn. And after all that drama that went from Brandon Ayuk as well, that's just very unfortunate. And Brandon White will step out of bounds. We'll get the first down. So about 6 minutes remaining. So first down and 10. Hand it off to Landon Sims, and Landon Sims gets about 4. Gets 4 at the middle. Second down 7, so that was a 3-yard gain for Landon Sims. So 2 backfields. Landon Sims goes in motion. Oh, there's a pressure coming in. Drops the freaking. He drops the screen, and that's going to be 3rd and 7. So now you're looking at a 3rd and long situation. One of the edge rushers was just there, untouched. He was untouched. Bailey. So now 3rd and 7. Yeah, 3rd and 7. And there's a pressure again, and he is going to get numb. Big time sack. This time is Amaris Brown with the corner blitz. Wow. The pressure, the defense stepping up tonight for UNLV. 12-yard. That's a 12-yard sack for the Rebels, sending Hawaii way back in their own territories. Sending them back to the 49. They were at the 41. They were a flag on the play. And delay of game. So put them back 5 more yards. So now they're at their own 46. Oh, my. Punt is away. And the fair catch has been made, and UNLV will get it with 4:08 remaining. UNLV. Mm-hmm. Am I insane? I am. Am I crazy for doing this? I felt like I am. I felt like I'm insane enough to. I was insane to do this, but I know the consequences. Think that nap earlier today was worth it. Because right now, like, I'm yawning a lot more often now. Yeah, artificial flavors. That's going to be the thing. Like, no artificial flavors of colors. So it's like the vibrant colors, like you see, like on the Doritos Cool Ranch, like Doritos Nacho Cheese, like you're not in the Cool Ranch. You're not going to be able to see it that much now. I haven't been in Olive Garden in a bit. Noah Vita going against no Sam Levitt. He was out. He was out for the rest of the season. It's Arizona State on Friday at 9. Should be a good one. Should be good. Should be a good matchup. UNLV is your father. Alrighty, 1st and 10 for UNLV at the 15-yard line. Now taking Colin Drea with a run past the 30. He's still running, and he's going to get down at the 35-yard line. What a run by Anthony Colin Drea. He's having himself a nice game. 17 for 21, 216 yards, and 2 touchdowns of the day for him so far. And he's been running the ball very effective too. Doing a great job running the ball. So, yeah, offensively, Dan Mullen's really good. It's just, again, he just needs to work on the defense. Defense needs work. 1st and 10. Colin Drea. He might go deep, and he's going to throw a bullet, and that is caught. Whew. Jaden Bradley with a missile. Catching that missile from Colin Drea. Just read that needle. Great hands by Bradley. Toe dragging along, getting the knee down. Really good coverage. Really good coverage. Jaden Bradley with 4 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown today. Play action. Colin Drea throws it as he was getting pressured, incomplete. He was trying to go for D'Angelo Irvin, the intended target, but pressure got to Colin Drea. So the ball will go incomplete. 2nd down at 10 for the Rebels. The rush did get to him. I do agree with that. 2nd down at 10. Going on the ground, and it's Jaden Thomas still on his feet. Rolls his way to a 1st down to the 41-yard line. My goodness. Again, like they were talking to him more about like forcing missed tackles, and that's exactly what he did again this time. He was forcing these missed tackles. 1st and 10 at the 41. And it's Thomas again. He goes in the middle, finding his way. He is pinballing his way to a 1st down to the 30. He refuses to go down. He refuses to go down. That's insane. That is insane. Yeah, Hawaii's defense has not been doing any job of stopping the run game and the passing game. Colin Drea, he's going deep. Left side, 1-on-1. And that's going to be a flag in the end zone. Who's it going to be on, Hawaii or Ramirez on UNLV? On Hawaii. 15-yard penalty. That's the 10th penalty of the night for UNLV. 10th penalty. Yeah, he ran into him, and then, like, he only turned his head for the ball was, like, once he was making physical contact with him. See that? He touched him, and then he started looking. Can't do that, man. You cannot do that. You don't do that. Thomas going left side. Goes inside the 10. Thomas is slow to get up. Let's see here. I think the regular's better. Yeah, he wants to stay down. Oh, what happened? So that is Jaden Thomas down on the ground. We are 46 seconds away. They're going to go to commercial break. Heading up to commercial break. Florida State football's back when they beat Alabama. And it says, I will never understand how this is the same team in the same season. Yeah, the same team that beat number 8 Alabama is also the same team there now 5-6 and left 2 punts in the same drive. How do you do it? But even though V's offense has been dang good, it's just when you go up against other teams that have a high octane offense like Boise State or New Mexico, it's like, oh crap, we don't have a defense. We're screwed. Oh, brother. Ah, oh my goodness. I am. And why? Why not score? I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. Why? Three rushes, 20 yards. That was really good. It was a nice drive for him. It was a nice drive for him. Second down and 5. Colin Drea throws it to Bradley. Bradley's a yard short. He is a yard short of a first down. He's a yard short. They're very close. That means the line needs to pull up a goal line stand if they need to. Excuse me. Hiccups. They're going to let the clock roll down to the third quarter. Fourth quarter incoming. So, like I said, this is getting a little late because I'm insane because I'm a nutcase. If UNLV scores, but Hawaii doesn't, then yeah, we're gonna call the stream early. And if it turns out Hawaii loses, oh well. Oh freaking well. I say they're probably just gonna halfback dive it. I think that's what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna halfback dive it. I guess Stranger Things 5. Isn't that coming out like next week? I have not watched the thing of Stranger Things. So like I have no idea what that show was about. I also heard like they're really taking a really sweet time to get their seasons out. Really sweet time. Dominoes. Yeah, fourth quarter remaining. So UNLV is like a place. It's like UNLV is a place like you want to get an education, but you also want the party too. UNLV. All right. That was a scoreless third quarter action. Little bummer that there wasn't anything happening in the third quarter. Still 24-10 with UNLV over Hawaii. Glover, play action in the end zone, and that is caught. That is D.D. Reynolds. Touchdown, UNLV. Touchdown, UNLV. That's a really good placement and nice hands from Reynolds. And the defensive back that was supposed to cover him, like he's still chasing him. He still needs to. Yeah, it's like not only he has to run, but he also has to know what the ball is too, because he's so far back. He has no choice but to keep an eye on him. So 31-10. Domination. Oh. Yeah, so Hawaii does not get it. I think that's going to be a game, and then we're going to call the stream early because it is getting so damn late. It's later than it's later than I intended to be. Well, now they're saying the Chiefs are favored by 3.5. I said earlier that the Colts are favored by 8.5, but now they're saying the Chiefs are favored by 3.5. So What the heck was that then? So what the heck was that then? Transition how with the hip. Wish for prom. I never went to prom. I never went to prom. 13 and a half. It was 17 and a half for a bit. Now it's 13 and a half. Ohio State's so gonna murder Rutgers. They're so gonna murder Rutgers. It's not even funny. Big noon Saturday on Fox. The night by yards, 85 yards. UNLV is driving down the field. So Hawaii needs to score on this drive. I think at this point you have no choice, but at this choice, like you cannot punt, you can't take field goals. It's all third down territories now. It's all four down territories. And he's gonna take it from the goal line and does not get to the doesn't even get to the 20. Didn't even get to the 20. God damn. You're up. Well, you're up, cat. All right. Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. Players from that school. All right. Anyways, first down and 10 for Hawaii. This is do or die time for now for the Rainbow Warriors. Alado has got to escape the pressure. He's going to go ahead and run, and we'll slide. We'll slide for the first, close to a first down. So, second down and 3 for Hawaii. They kind of can't take their time on this. They gotta get it as quick as they can. Farfield looks like he's going to be about a yard short, probably less than a yard short. So 3rd and 1 for the Rainbow Warriors. So they have more. Oh my gosh! Since the first drive, they have more penalty yardage than they have total yards. 98 penalty yards and 90 total yards since that first drive. Total yards just have 25 to 111. And oh my goodness, good takedown tackle from BAT, number 15 on UNLV. 4th down. You got to go for it. You had to go for it. You can't punt. You can't punt it. Like you're 1 yard away. You got to extend your drive. You got to get points on the board. There's a spot for the Mountain West Conference playing on the line here. You had to go for it. So they are going to go for it. You're going to do a wildcat. Ooh, that's close. That is relatively close. It looks like he was down. Let's see. Does his knee go down? Was the knee down before he made the second effort? That's your bigger question. This is going to be intriguing. It doesn't look like it, though. Nope. Turnover on downs. Football can come down to a game of inches. Nobody blocked. Number 15 on UNLV. BAT, man. You got that leg. That leg was enough. The leg was enough. So now you're outside of field goal range, but they're going to do an official review. Because I think what it is, you have to have a call before you do an official review. It's like, oh, it could be like, okay, so let's say he did not get the first down, and let's go ahead and go over it, and let's review it. Saying his right forearm is the issue. Oh, the forearm. They're saying they're looking at the forearm. You can't tell from that angle. You got to look from the angles from sideway angles. You got to take another look at that. What the heck just happened? What just happened to my screen? Hello? What happened to my screens? What in the world just happened? What just happened to my stream? The freak just happened? Yeah, the first down UNLV. But now okay, there we go. Okay. 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 We're okay. But that was weird. That was weird. Okay. Little Wildcat action. Yeah, plenty of room. Touchdown. That's game. I think that's game. So, well, hope you guys enjoyed our first late night stream. And hold on. Hang on. Hold on. Before we sign off, Colin Dria's hurt. And he's limping. So that is something that needs to be concerned about before we sign off. So he's hurt. That was Colin Drea, the quarterback, hurt on the field. He limped off a little bit. But anyway, so I hope you guys have yourself a great day. Our next stream is going to be on Monday night between the Panthers and the 49ers. So I hope you guys have yourself a good night.